What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, then you know, whatever. But today we are working on the ugly turd bucket $1,000 Miata. And if you guys are new to this little series, then this is the $1,000 Miata I picked up from a buddy of mine, helping him out, helping me out. I'm gonna fix and flip it mechanically, mint as titties, exterior wise, ugly as sin. So one of the things that we got to do is this here would be a bash bar. That would be the rest of it. And right here we got some holes. So our goal here today is to patch this thing, and we got more holes here because it had a light bar that we just unbolted. So yeah, I don't know. We got Doge, and he is the, I don't know, he has experience with this. I have none. I just learned how to fiberglass.
I play around with it a little. Yeah. That's it. No real experience.
Yeah, shaved his S2000 bumper holes or whatever.
Yeah, I got yelled at by the body guy. He's like, "Oh, this is old school. Who did this?" I was like, me, but it saved me $100 and something.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna try and do, is melt some plastic onto there. He's got some fancy tape and all that jazz, and try and fix this up because the car definitely needs it. I mean, I'm trying to restore it back to its as close to OE state as I can. I already did a bunch of the body work on it. If you guys want to go back and watch those videos, just click around on the channel a little bit. And yeah, like I said, in the meantime, we're just gonna get this done. So bumper's off. That was kind of a more tedious than it should be if you've never taken a bumper off a Miata. A lot of bolts, more than necessary, but yeah, bunch up top, 4 in the wheel well, bunch down yonder, bunch up yonder. Yeah, you get the gist. So we're just gonna get started. So what do we do first?
All right, so this is SEM plastic repair reinforcing tape. You can pick it up at auto paint supply store near you, hopefully. Pretty much just a little plastic mesh. Let's see if I can actually get some pulled off here. So if you ever worked with drywall repair, this is pretty similar. Just mesh that's going to be able to work with our stuff. Can't really tell, it's a little bit sticky on one side, kind of helps. I've had it in my garage for a while, so it's probably less sticky than it used to be, but we can always just hot glue or JBtuned in place, let it set or something.
Yeah.
So the trick here, we don't have the other stuff that we need yet. We're gonna have like a 2-part epoxy that we're gonna mix in. If you're like me and you don't really like to do this stuff sometimes, you can use JBweld if you have tiny little holes to fill. Like I said, some epoxy filler will do the job for you. But from the front side here, basically we're gonna put a backer and we're just gonna fill this area.
Fill it with what?
That epoxy. Yeah.
Well, hot dog.
And sand smooth.
Sounds pretty simple.
Yeah, they have a bunch of different types of epoxies depending on the type of plastic that you're using here. I believe I read online that this is a polyurethane. So that's like your general type of plastic for bumpers. This is pretty hard stuff. It's not as flexible as some of the newer bumpers, so it might actually come in our favor. But yeah, we're just gonna find a way to affix this.
He was gawking. We also had to get some glue sticks because we were trying to glue down that meshy looking stuff from the backside. And while we're out, we're getting some mac and D's.
If we can. This place looks like a clusterfuck.
Yeah, it's a little busy. And you got this person doing whatever it is they're doing.
Doing what I was just doing.
I watched it hit and run.
Lost. I did. That's
yeah.
you were talking about that in chat. It's like, what the fuck is happening here?
Two old ladies just booped right into this douchebag double parked and then like crunched their bumper. Didn't even hurt the truck. And then they just slowly backed out. The guy gets out of the truck. He's like staring at him.
Yeah, he was
and then they slowly drive away and they just keep going. And he's like, what the heck?
So I was at Dunkin' over on my side of town watching that, and there was a truck that was double parked because, you know, it's too big to fit in the spot. So
yeah,
he was like slid over, and I was like, I was gonna send you a story and be like, Chris, should I do it?
Just smack him.
Yeah. Orders.
You have a receipt. I think they pay for the wrong order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Oh.
Yeah, I've had so many orders screwed up lately. I feel bad for him. I'm sure it's just busy. No, you're good, man.
Back at it again with the white glue gun. Letting this thing heat up. I'm just gonna wipe off the inside of the bumper real quick. Make sure you got a nice and clean mating surface. Something like that. And glue the mesh tape stuff down. And then mix up the goop, right?
The goop.
The goop.
That's it. Just using a wet rag here. You can probably get by with soap and water, or
as Chris Fix says, soapy water.
Soapy water. IPA works. Rubbing alcohol.
Like beer?
No.
You said IPA.
IPA is the devil. No, man. Ales. Got to stick with the not the hoppy stuff. Oh, don't film me opening this, man. I don't know. I'm gonna throw us left-handers under the bus and say this was made by a right-hander. They were just trying to thwart us.
Thwart us?
Yeah. They hate us secretly. Not really. Love you right-handers. Just, you make our lives difficult sometimes.
All the time.
All the time.
Can't use scissors. Can't.
Everything's backwards.
Can't use a mouse.
Yeah. Learn everything twice. So this kit that we picked up, just went to O'Reilly's. I've seen them at AutoZone. Your local parts supplier is going to have it. Paint stores will give you more options. Pretty cool. They actually gave you a proper mesh to work with, and this one's a little bit bigger. So we'll see. Might use this on the circular hole. Just for comparison is the one that I had. So probably 1 inch versus 2 inch. So we'll just kind of make it fit. We'll trim it. You can use crafting, like the thicker shears, crafting shears, or scissors work. It's pretty thin stuff. Cut it just a general shape. Make sure you got enough left over around the side so that it'll actually grip onto the material that you're using. So I guess we'll do it from the front. You can see what they'll be doing. So we'll probably just make kind of a big square, hold it about here for Chris.
Poor scissors.
This is how lefties use scissors 101. You get 2 lefties and then you make it work.
2 lefts do make it right.
They do make it right. We were able to use scissors functionally. You set them down. All right, go for it.
These scissors are very dull too. This isn't helping.
Make everything more difficult.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we get that. This bad boy is getting ready.
It's a good. This thing's pretty warm. I think it should be almost ready.
Sweet. It's a cold Arizona winter day. It's like 60 degrees, so that's why we're all wearing long sleeve and jackets. We're freezing our asses off out here.
And people don't believe me when I tell them a desert 60 is way worse than like a Midwest 60, because 70 degrees in the desert, you're swimming. 70 degrees in Arizona, you're practically snowing.
Yeah, it's just too much.
And there's a reason, like Man vs. Wild, the dude's like, whenever he does the desert episodes, he's always like shivering and freezing, and he's always like, oh, it gets way colder, like the temps go below freezing here at night, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, he ain't lying. The rest of the show is fake, but that part ain't. I don't know where we put the glue stick. Oh, you have the glue stick.
Just wait for me.
I was looking for him.
All right.
Load it in. Ooh.
She shoots. Shout out ABP. Or ABP.
She do be squirting. Shout out Belivo.
All right. We might have to set this guy flat. I'm definitely going to add some of the filler material as the actual bonding agent here. This is just to give us a platform to work with in the meantime. All right, so we got our backers all glued in place. It's my first time using hot glue with this kind of setup, so throwing a little bit of a test here, but we'll see what's up. Usually I use, like, you know, you can use your bumper repair kit stuff to patch these in to lock them in place. There's so much shadows. Or JB Weld, anything like that. So we'll get this going. Not sure if I should probably put this on something first to mix it and throw it in, or if I need to just throw it in. Yeah, so just like Bondo, 2-part. And we will mix her up. Wonderful.
Your wife's got some nice pooper cheeks, dude. You ever seen that by him?
No. feel like we're not gonna have enough. Leveling out a little bit better.
Yeah, kind of had some drip through. It is what it is. Just basically piling it up to make it like a Bondo, but this is kind of making, I mean, the chemical stuff itself I think is just a plastic really. So it's the same exact stuff as using Bondo. We're just filling it with plastic instead of Bondo, and then we'll sand it, and then what we have left we use Bondo body filler or whatever with. And as for these dents from the stupid light bar, gonna have to try and take the heat gun to those, try and press them out a little bit if we can reshape it or something. If not, Bondo it is. A little bit of word of the wise is don't put a bash bar through your bumper. Highly advise against it. I really can't stress any of this enough, how in my other video I was saying that if you're ever gonna build a roll bar, bro guys, don't ever build it with the quality of weld that was used on this car. That will not hold. I bet you I can take a 3-pound hammer to that and smack it real quick. This whole thing will probably break off. Like, I mean, you can already hear it. Like, so I'm gonna have to cut those off now. And thankfully, it'll stay hidden behind the bumper here itself. But yeah, don't ever be this guy. Whoever this guy is, don't even be yourself. Be anybody but yourself. Picasso looks like he's having fun.
I was gonna say, meanwhile, the guy that failed arts and crafts in elementary school over here trying to remember how to paint. Doing horribly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab the cutoff wheel and lop these off real quick so I can put the bumper back on. So that way when this is actually all ready to go back on, I can.
It'd actually be cooler videos if you put some chain, drill some holes, put some chain through it onto the Miata, and then just use the Miata to save the other Miata from that fate. Just rip them right off.
Well, the bumper's just gonna cure. I'm gonna let this cure overnight because I've only got about 2 hours left of daylight as is. So I don't know, I might come out a little bit later, try and play with the heat gun on these dimples. But as for the main holes, they should be patched. I got the bumper it's, I don't know, whatever it's called, back on, tubes cut, so that's all good. So whenever that's ready to go back on, I can send that back on. So yeah, I guess I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow and we can try and get a little bit more work done on this thing, sand it, try and prep it a little bit more. I don't know, almost there though. Car's almost ready for paint. Thinking I'm gonna probably do it middle of next week. It's when it's supposed to be like peak warmth and hopefully not windy like it was today. It's not bad now, but I'm definitely not ready to paint now. But appreciate you coming out again, saving the day with arts and crafts.
My half-assed arts and crafts.
That's all right. I learned something new.
Yeah.
I learned 2 new things today. I learned how to fiberglass and I learned how to play with plastic.
3, don't go to that McDonald's this time of year.
Oh yeah, you'll get Diet Dr. Pepper instead of Coke. So today's a new day. I got to do a quick little stop. I just got done tinkering with the Miata a little bit, the turd one. So about to move on to the hood here probably later today. But first I have to run out to the junkyard because a guy hit me up. I think he's out in Jersey or something like that, but picked up an EF. It's H swapped or had an H. And he needs the OE frame rail bracket. So he asked me if there's any EFs out here. I was like, yeah, there's actually quite a few last time I was out there. So he asked me if he could pay me to go cut one off for him. So that's what I'm gonna go do right now. I'm just loading up some of my tools in my fancy little Milwaukee bag. And then while I'm there, I'm gonna check that Miata, see if the dash is any good. Cause if it is, then I may just snag it. Oh shoot, I'm taking the Miata. Well, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to figure that one out. But nonetheless, I don't think I need all the batteries. I don't know. And then I gotta pick up something for somebody else while I'm there, like a lock switch or something. People, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so we're gonna head to the junkyard really quick. I'm gonna finish gathering my tools, go get some gas, get on the road. think this is the one that the guy needs, so I just text him waiting on confirmation, and then I'll go ahead and get this thing cut out. He just needs this whole piece, so I'm gonna have to, I brought a Sawzall, cut off wheel and all that stuff, so just need to try and cut this section of the frame rail out, and hopefully I can do it without scarring it. I was gonna bring a drill and a bit for it, but I didn't want to try and deal with that because those bits are super easy to break and all that, so I figured cutting the whole piece out and shipping it as a whole would be easier for him. Definitely almost died tripping over that thing. Oh, and I just hit you guys with a bolt. My bad. Well, got it successfully, but barely. My electric cutoff wheel battery died halfway through, so I kind of had to work it out with the Sawzall, but I didn't think I'd have to hardly touch the Sawzall, so I only brought the one blade, which got dull pretty fast, so got it though, that's all that matters. Just searching for an Accord really quick to get some window lock switches for my girlfriend's stepdad. He just picked one up and he needs some, so he asked if I was here, if I could grab him some. So, I'll find these really quick and we can scoot on out of here and yeah, I don't know, scoot on out of here. It's so funny watching people's reactions, or seeing people's reactions even to my camera. Like, it's nothing crazy. Like, I just use a Canon Rebel SL2 with a Rode Video Micro, so it's got like the fluffy thing on the top. But I don't know, maybe it's a cool looking camera. I'm just used to seeing it. But I was carrying it because Pull and Save has this like loss prevention stuff now, kind of like Walmart, how they check your receipt on the way out and all that jazz. So all that, whatever. But yeah, the guy was like checking my bag for like the 14th time, and I pulled my camera out. He was like, oh, how much that thing cost? And I was like, when I bought it, it was probably around $1,000 for everything that's on it right now. He's like, oh, dang, I thought my Snap-on addiction was mad. And I was like, yeah, you should see my other hobbies. Anyways, got what we came for, got the bracket. Now I can go home, get this thing boxed up, get it shipped out to the guy, and he will hopefully be happy. There was another EF here, and I did compare it to see if there's like a difference. There isn't, so should be good. Shipped out to the guy in Wisconsin, and young Wolved showed up. He's getting his K-swap a little bit more prepped.
Working, Larry, not working.
So, oh, it's really dry. You just got to pick it out, like keep picking at it. If it's not coming in one piece. You got the right idea. Just being stubborn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'll have to keep working. Who be texting me?
Trying not to scratch anything.
Is the harness ready? Because that's probably going to be the longest part, really.
Yeah, he's supposed to be working on it.
Oh, so that means, yeah.
Next weekend he wants to do it. He said he came into the shop early this week, like Monday I think it was. And he's like, where are we at on parts? Because I want to get this done like pretty soon.
And he's referencing Brian at Hassport. Brian,
yes.
If you guys remember, well, you don't because the video disappeared. Probably 2 years ago, I filmed and helped do the K-swap. It was like a K24 swap in a red CRX for Brian at his house, and it took like 11 months to do. And I definitely remember filming and editing the footage, but the way Brian has his editing process it goes through 2 different people, and then it gets back to him. And somewhere on one of those computers, it got lost. So he needed to redo the footage, so DJ wanted a K-swap, started getting parts, and Brian offered to help him with the swaps. That way he could get the footage back, redo it, make it better, all that jazz. So DJ's getting tons of help on the K-swap, and so they're hopefully doing that next weekend. And then he won't be a slow Larry anymore with the cervix. Also, update on the bumper. Got the big holes patched in, took the heat gun to it. I was able to get most of these dents out from where the light bar was bolted. And finished filling these holes, patching them, filling them, whatever, with the more plastic JB Weld stuff. I'm gonna let that cure for a while, and then I'll come over here, and then this thing will be ready to just patch up, do a little bit of bonding to fill in the little bit of a dent that's left. So all that I have to do now, because I just made the video on the finish panel, so that piece is good wherever I put that, over yonder. So all that's left now is just the stupid freaking hood. And DJ's still struggling with that rear main seal.
Yep. Again, never done this before.
thought we did.
Huh?
I thought we did last time we did your clutch.
Nope.
Huh. Well, you should have.
Hey, it didn't leak.
Just cautionary?
Well, that's why we're doing it this time. This I don't want to be like my B.
But the K series engine is even easier to drop out though. Got it. Trick was to pull it a little bit with the screwdriver, but looks like neither of us scratched the crank or anything, so it's bueno. I don't know what that is. That a little piece of wood or something, or is that seal?
Probably seal. You got shop towels?
Yeah, there's a couple on the
Oh, you got it
on
out?
the bench. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Okay. Where's the pin? Can you rotate it right? A little bit more.
Hold on 1 second. Ready?
Let me pull the pin. Let's level it out this way.
Ooh, that's more.
Right there. Okay, now we should be able to pull it out. Shout MPC. Shout out MPC.
Take two, you drunk.
Right.
Drunk already.
I think the raw aluminum looks best.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like this side
Like
where
that
it's
side.
super mint.
Oh, that look better.
Look at all that poop on it all. She be shining bright like a diamond.
Tram's gonna be less clean because I don't care.
You rude.
It's not even.
I mean, it's scrubbed a little bit.
Look at you, spilling on yourself.
I was too busy laughing at him.
DJ got the motor all ready. We're gonna be painting the valve cover tomorrow. We're almost out of daylight anyway. And I gotta go to a buddy's house. He actually messed up his Civic, so DJ and I are gonna be heading over to Phoenix to go weld on this dude's core support. I don't know that I've ever filmed him intentionally in a video. I know I've posted a video with his car in it, but that was just like a montage video a while ago when we went on a drive. But I'll take you guys with me. We'll film just a couple minutes of fixing that, and then we'll end this video out.
You got that?
What are you doing? Hey, why are you ripping the trees? They just put them in.
Oh, fresh trees.
Come on, Amy.
I think we have a CRX one at work. On the rock. I'll check on Monday.
Yeah.
No, in October I started check it.
Looks pretty mint. Got Jonathan's core support all welded up. He's super stoked on that. So he can put his car back together. It's really unfortunate that he even wrecked it in the first place. But I'm actually on my way to another welding job right now. Gonna be leaving momentarily, because if you guys don't already know, part of what I do is some of my side work is mobile welding. It's hit or miss. Sometimes I get bursts of people want stuff, anything from like Shiloh with the 2J Civic, getting a harness bar made and diff welded, to majorly like exhaust work, like somebody needs a cat welded in or something. They already have everything cut up, just need me to come by and weld it. That's what I do. But I just want to show you guys, like, I'm doing mobile welding out of a freaking Mazda Miata. I got my welder, my tank, my gloves, my few basic hand tools for the welder to assemble it, my helmet. It just goes to show that if you guys want something bad enough, or you want to make something work bad enough, you'll find a way to do it. I mean, I'm no professional, obviously. Like, yeah, I could use my dad's truck, but that thing is kind of scary to drive. It's just it's an old Dodge, so you know, loose steering and stuff. We replaced a bunch of stuff, but that's beside the point. It's not really comfortable. It uses a lot of gas, and the Miata is just easy. Yeah, I'm sure people probably give me some weird looks when I pull up in a Miata, or before it was my Del Sol before I sold that, and then I pull out the welder and stuff. I mean, you know, it is what it is. People have to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. Will I be doing this full time at some point? Maybe. It's not my main goal, but it is a good way to make extra money, especially in my case, because mobile welding is kind of like a hot commodity. Not a lot of people do it, but you know, a lot of people may need something like that. So if you guys aren't like, if you guys have something you want to try and do, what I'm trying to say is go for it. If I'm making this work to keep money coming in, to keep doing what I love so I don't have to go work for somebody else, then you guys can figure something else out too. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you have considered subscribing. And if you could just do me a favor and slap that like button, I'd be greatly appreciative. Anyways, guys, do what you love. Forget about the rest. I'm gonna go get some work done, come back, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.